Alright guys, so say you're inside a Blender and you want to create some crown molding, right? So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and add yourself a plane. There we go. And once you have your plane set, what you want to do, and I'm looking in the down here in the Z perspective, my X is this way, my Y is this way, and I'm looking down from the orthographic Z perspective. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and add a bevel modifier. You're like, wow, really? You're adding a bevel modifier for some molding, like crown molding and cornice molding and things like that? Yes, I am. So what you want to do is you want to go from object mode into edit mode, and you want to select one of these vertices, right? So you want to click keyboard 1 or just click this one right here. And what you want to do is you want to make a vertex group for that. So let's go ahead and add this. We'll just call it group for now. Press assign and then deselect to make sure that that's the one. That's perfect. And then we're going to go back up here to this modifier here. And so we want the bevel to affect vertices, right? As you can see, when we do that, it affects all of the vertices, right? All 4 of them. But that's the reason why we created this vertex group, because for my limit method, I'm going to come down here to vertex group. And so if I select the one that I made, it's only going to create the bevel on that vertex group, which in our case is just this vertex right here. And so here's where some of the magic can start to happen, right? You come down here to profile, and you'll want to go to custom. And under the presets, they have different options for your presets. And so for us, we want to select, for example, cornice molding, right? And you'll notice this kind of weird looking graph thing here. Well, why doesn't our, bevel reflect that? And so the reason is because we don't have enough segments. What you want to do, at least at a minimum, is put the same number of segments from the graph here into the segments up there. So here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So let's at a minimum put, at least close to 11. That way it starts to reflect at least what we're kind of going for there a little bit. And now we can kind of see, and you can kind of just keep going until it looks proper, right? So let's see here. There we go. That looks pretty good. And so now we also ask ourselves, well, how do we, because it doesn't quite look right. So we know that our object is 2 meters across. And so if we increase the amount and we go all the way to the full amount of the object here, which would be the 2 meters, it's going to be that perfect sort of, that perfect crown, that perfect mold that we're looking for, right? So now that we have that, let's get out of here and let's go into face select mode, right? And let's select this face, and I'm going to get out of orthographic mode so we can just look at this a little more easily. And then let's extrude this up along the Z axis. What happened? It looks like some weird stuff's going on. Oh, I think I know what we need to do. Let's go back to undo here. And so what you really want to do is you actually want to apply the modifier before you do any extruding, because what it's going to do is if you don't, it's going to continue to apply that same bevel, which is what we just saw. So you want to apply the modifier there, and then you want to go to extrude. Once you're in edit mode, you can do the face select. You want to select the face. We can extrude this along the Z, for example. And now all of a sudden you've got yourself a really nice little crown molding situation going on here. And by the way, once you're, when I showed you that graph, remember this graph from earlier that we were looking at? If you want to, say we were back in the crown molding situation, if you're back in this situation, or crown cornice molding is what we had, you can make this whatever you want to make it, right? And it's not reflecting right here really well because it's just doing it on the corner right here instead of the entire thing. But you can make the molding look however you want, and that's really cool. You can even change the way that the little points are being cast, whether it's like, you want to do the circular, the more straight. You can even get Bezier curves on here and kind of make it as you want to make it. So that's kind of cool. Well, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, and if you wouldn't mind, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the like. And if you want to hit the bell notification, that would be much appreciated. Thanks so much.